Hello there YouTube, it's Jason, also known as BlackBeanBoi, and today I am back with another video. So today is Friday, March 31st, the last day of March. The premise of today's vlog is I want to talk about something cool that I recently started to do. So I recently started listening to a podcast, believe it or not. It's called Remember the Game. It's basically a podcast. It's been around for a few years. I think it's been around since like 2018, and I think they put out a new episode every Wednesday. And it's basically about like old video games. They just talk about a video game. It's not like very like factual. That's not what it's meant to be. It's not meant to really go deep into like the history of the games. It's more just two guys. Well, it's one guy and then he has different guests on every week. The main guy, but basically, they just reminisce about an old game, and they just talk about everything that they like about it, things that they don't like, and then they rate it at the end, basically. And it's just a really cool podcast because honestly, just listening to them talk makes me feel like I'm like talking to them about like an old game. Lets me feel like I'm in on the conversation, and it's very engaging too. And I found like when I'm listening to it, I'm like picturing like the game that they're talking about. Like the first episode was about Super Mario World, so I was like picturing the game because I've played the game, and thinking about all the things they were talking about. But yeah, other than this podcast, I've only listened to like one episode of another podcast. I know some people really like podcasts. I've never been like a big podcast guy, but now like I've fallen in love with podcasts, especially this one. I'm kind of addicted to it now. Like I'm more of like a music listener, especially like if I'm driving and stuff, but I've put it on while I'm driving and just, sat there and listened to it while I'm driving. It's a really good podcast. I highly recommend it. It's called Remember the Game. It's just awesome, I do want to find some gaming podcasts that talk about like some of the new games that are coming out, or ones that go into like the more of the history. But this one is just so chill. It's just like two guys talking about video games and how fun they are and just things that they like about them. And it's a really good podcast. I highly recommend it if you love old video games. Like it's really chill, It's just like talking to your buddies about video games. It's awesome. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just wanted to make that, make a little video. Like I said, I haven't been big into podcasts before. I always thought that they were like, I always thought like, why listen to someone talk when you could just like listen to music but I have totally changed my mind about them. They're awesome. Especially if you listen to a podcast of something that you're interested in. I think that's the big thing, is to find find a podcast that is about something that you're interested in. There's podcasts about everything: sports, video games, music, literally so much. Sorry for the yawn. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you guys all. Today was Friday, March 31st, 2023. I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys all. Bye-bye.